Welcome back to the Joski and Goob podcast. I am your co-host, Joe, aka Joski, with my co-host,
aka Dad, aka Scott. I am the Goob.
Yes. All right. This is episode 2 of our podcast. We're gonna be meeting every Tuesday. We're gonna stay consistent. So this is 2 weeks in a row we're doing this. We have figured it out. All right. Today's agenda, we're gonna talk about. First, let's talk about MLB news. The only MLB news I care about. Gleyber Torres accepts his 1-year, $22 million qualifying offer. Amazing second baseman for us last year. So glad to have him back. I'm really glad we didn't lose him to free
Okay, let's
agency.
talk about that for a second. So we've signed him for extension, but are the Tigers going to go after that second baseman from is it Burson?
Bregman's a third baseman, so Bregman can play
Oh, he's
third
a third
base.
baseman.
Bregman
Okay,
can play third
all right.
base.
But
Shout out MLB The
it
Show.
all
I know
boils down to they getting these little deals done. We all know the deal that needs to get done.
We got to get Skubal. I know, we got to get Skubal, but I'm just happy we're doing something. I did not want to lose Gleyber. I love Gleyber Torres. I'm very happy
No,
that we didn't lose him.
he was clutch. He was one of the nucleuses for our team.
Yeah.
Defensively and offensively. So
100%.
no, I'm glad that got done.
Me too, 100%. Yeah, that's it for our baseball news. I don't really care about anything else. Just sign Skubal. Come on, Illiches.
I'm just gonna put it out there. It's great to be a Detroit fan right now because across the board, Pistons, Red Wings, Tigers off season,
Red
Lions
Wings and Pistons are up right now currently as we record this. They're both up.
Oh.
Lions. Let's talk about that for a second. That Sunday night showing was just abysmal. The Sunday night showing, it was abysmal. It was hard to watch. I couldn't even watch most of it. I had to sit through that. I have in my notes for nicer words, Lions crap the bed. For nicer words, I'm gonna come out on here and say not entirely Goff's fault. Had a bad game, like 14 of 37.
That's the question I want to ask you is where were the faults Sunday night?
And this is how bad it's gotten because I've been the biggest defender of it since he got here. Take the damn points. It gets to a point. Take the damn points. Okay?
Well, when
you're down in the goal line, you got to kick that. The going for it on 4th and goal, I hated that because the wind's not going to affect you when you're 10 yards away from the field goal. We have Jake Bates, who's one of the best kickers. We have a top 5 kicker and a top 5 punter, and we just decide not to use them. Are we hoarding them so other teams can't use them? We have a top 5 kicker in terms of accuracy. We have quite literally, I believe, the best punter in the league in terms of metrics and punts per play. One of the best punters all time in yards per punt and other metrics like that for being a punter. So my question is, why don't we use them? I get Dan Campbell, grit, his identity is going for it. But it's cost us. It's cost us before, and I hope he figures it out right now.
So that's the question. Do you feel like he's figured it out? Because he came out Monday saying that he made a mistake.
That's good. I love how he's always the first one to take responsibility. I love it. But there's only so much responsibility you can take before it's like, hey, yeah, if it's always somehow your fault, you need to change something. You need to fix something. I get like it's his identity, and I love Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
but I
think during the transition because he's taken over primary offensive coordinating calls, and he probably made some bad choices
100%.
Monday night.
It's one thing calling plays against the Washington Commanders. It's a whole different ball game calling plays against one of the best defenses
the Eagles.
in the league.
Yeah, no doubt.
That added Jalen Phillips. I think that showed us that game told us more about the Eagles than the Lions. I think the Lions had a bad game. I think the Eagles also had a bad game. The Lions just played worse. That was a matchup. That is 2 straight weeks for the Eagles of beating the opponent because the opponent just played worse than you. But I think that is also a testament to their defense. The Eagles' defense has stopped 2 premier offenses in the Packers and then the Lions 2 weeks in a row, and they got Jalen Phillips at the deadline. They added another linebacker. Like, this defense, getting healthy and everything, this Eagles' defense is scary. If they can stay healthy down the stretch, this Eagles' defense, the Eagles could be, if their offense can get it together, I think this Eagles team could be in for
the same thing could be said for Detroit. Detroit's 100%. Defense is what's kept them in these games.
100%.
They have just struggled offensively.
Kelvin Shepherd, I've always loved that hire. I think that was the underrated hire of the offseason was Kelvin Shepherd. I think everyone liked to talk about Morton because Ben Johnson and all that. And Ben Johnson's having so much success in Chicago. We'll get to that later. But Kelvin Shepard has proven he can be a defensive coordinator in this league, and I'm so glad we hired him instead of going out and getting someone else. Sorry, I'm glad we internally brought someone up because now he is the Bucks game and now this game, a beat up defense, and he has shown out against two really good offenses so far this year, and then obviously done really well beating up the little teams. Like
I think it shows you that when you have your defensive players buying into you what you're doing, they produce. I
100%.
mean, on the other side of the ball, I don't think the offense for Detroit necessarily buys what's going on with the switching from Morton to Campbell, Campbell to Morton. There's no consistency there.
I just personally, I think it comes down the offensive line. Sewell was playing banged up.
Yeah,
Ratledge left the game but came back. We obviously was banged up. Like Decker's been in and out. We've kind of put Skipper in some days. Like the offensive line without Ragnow, and I love Graham. I love Graham Glasgow. You know, I love Graham. I love Christian Mahogany. Like they're very good players. But losing a guy like Frank Ragnow in the offseason, we knew that was going to hurt. We knew for a fact that was going to hurt, and it is shown so far that it is going to hurt, and it has been hurting us because most of the pressure we go up isn't from the outside, it's internally. And Goff does not do a very good job being mobile. He's not a mobile quarterback. At 30 years old, you can't just suddenly flip a switch and all of a sudden you're a mobile quarterback. Goff is in my opinion, one of the last true pocket passers, and I appreciate it. But in this league, defenses can exploit that. Now that the pass game is kind of becoming lesser due to the more too high safety looks being implemented and receiving numbers are down, you've got to be able to establish the run. And when you can't establish the run, you can't do anything.
Well, I think he struggled Monday or Sunday night for the fact that he was trying to put the ball in places that he just physically couldn't get the ball to.
100%, yeah.
You know, the Phillies defensive line was just getting their hands up, and he just couldn't see things because he was being rushed.
It's hard to bat the ball down. I think Goff's 6'4". Goff's like 6'4".
Yeah.
It's really hard to bat the ball down. So props to Davis, I think it is, number 90, their interior lineman. Props to him. He batted a few passes. He batted the first one that got them he batted the
turnover.
That got the interception.
Yeah.
And that kind of you never really gain the momentum back after that. The defense played great. Offense played bad. I don't want to.
All right, let's move on.
We're done talking about it. I'm done talking about the Detroit Lions right now.
Okay.
So as we stand right now, these are the current division leaders. In the NFC West, the Rams are the division leaders. In the NFC East, the Eagles are the division leaders. In the NFC North, the Bears are the division leaders. In the NFC South, the Buccaneers stay the same. Broncos in the West and the AFC. Pats in the East. Steelers in the North. And Colts in the South. My question to you, and I have my answer for all these, but I want to get yours first. I'm going to rattle off those names again, but each time you're going to tell me if you think by the end of this season they will win their division. They will still be first in their division at the end of the season. Or if not, what team do you think will be? We're going to start out with the NFC West. Do you the Rams?
I don't see anybody stopping the Rams. The Seahawks, even though that was a damn good game last weekend between the Seahawks and the Rams, the Seahawks could sneak up on them, but I just don't see anybody stopping the Rams. I mean, Stafford is playing lights out. The defense is just, incredible. I mean, and you got the Niners in there. So, I mean,
Niners are the 7th seed right now.
The problem with the Niners this year is they're last year's Detroit Lions. They are just so injury stacked.
They're simply just last year's Niners too. The Niners last year were also battered by injuries, and it just keeps happening.
No,
I would hate to be a Niners fan.
Definitely, right now, I would say the Rams would take the division.
All right, let's go. I agree. First of all, I'll say I agree. In the East, the Eagles.
I mean, they're not the Eagles of last year. So, I mean, they're susceptible. I mean, they have the Cowboys this week?
I think so. But
yeah, they potentially they could lose that game.
I think they're going to lose the Cowboys this week. But I also think though, I still think they win the division. I think you have a Cowboys team that's weak, a Washington Commanders team that has no Jaden Daniels the rest of the year, and the Giants are the Giants. Like, all three of the other teams, it's basically over for them.
I mean,
Cowboys have this much of a playoff chance.
The Eagles run the table in their division.
They're benefiting from just the situation being horrible in every other team in their division. They're benefiting from it. This is the NFC East of the past where every team's kind of And
Yeah.
I don't like saying about a team that's 8-2. The Eagles are still a great team. I'm not salty. They beat us fair and square, 100%. Rock Yassin, you did not have a pass interference on that call. Don't worry, we see you. Let's move on to. I can't say anything about this because I'm biased, but the Bears in the NFC North.
I think they're soft. They're not going to win the division. Just for the fact that the Lions creamed them the first time we played them.
52 to 21.
Yeah, I mean, annihilated them. You know, if we were to play next week, I guarantee that the Detroit would
100%.
come again. So, I mean, right now where we're sitting in the division or in the standings,
mm-hmm.
I still say Detroit would be the top favorite to win that division.
I think they can get it together. I think they can get it together. I think if you can just beat the brakes off of the Giants next week, then come home to Ford Field. I think they already played home. I don't know. Come home to Ford Field and win a close one against the Packers, and then you're back at it. You're right back where you want to be in that situation at that point. If I think all that happens.
You know, a true test this week, because we haven't gone into this week's lineup of games, is the Patriots play the Bears. Mm-hmm. Patriots are dominating the AFC East.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if the Bears are a true team that could possibly take their division. Let's see what they do against it, because to be honest with you, they've played weaker teams in the NFL.
Give me the Patriots by 90. Give me the Patriots by 90. I think but
Vrabel has that team turned around.
Oh, 100%.
And they're gonna go. You know, if he keeps on the pace he's at, they're gonna go Belichick who?
I agree. I firmly agree. So we're going. Bears will not be in the first. I think the Bears get second place. I think the Packers actually end up in third. Just because I don't know. I feel like they're going down a little bit. But
who the Packers got this week?
We'll check at the very end.
Oh, they got the Vikings. I'm picking the Vikings over the Packers this week. If JJ can play his game, even though they're playing in Lambeau, if JJ can play his game, I say that the Vikings beat the Packers.
JJ is not good this year. He's still developing, but
he's shown mixed. I mean, he's hot and cold.
He's got more interceptions than games started. So I mean,
hey,
he played well against the Lions. He decided his only good game fully, like first third quarter through fourth quarter, was against the Lions. But honestly, South Buccaneers. Do you think the Buccaneers, who are still battered by injuries, will win their division?
They're the only team in that division. I mean, Carolina's showing some here and there.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Carolina can take over the Bucs.
I'm going opposite.
Atlanta's flopping. Mm-hmm. Saints suck. So.
I'm going opposite here. I think the Panthers sneak behind the Bucs and benefit from their weaker division and their weaker schedule. Bryce Young is catching fire after last week's game versus the Atlanta Falcons. If the Panthers played the Atlanta Falcons every week, Bryce Young would be Tom Brady. He always shows out against the Falcons for some reason. And
it's a divisional rival. That's why.
My question for you is actually, I wanted to ask this question later, but I'll ask it right now because I saw a stat the other day that really blew my mind. Who would you rather have in a late game situation, final drive, like clutch situation, game winning drive, Baker Mayfield or Bryce Young?
Baker Mayfield.
I'd rather have Bryce Young. Do you want to know why? Why? Bryce Young, in games he has started, and this is a real statistic, I'm not making this up. I fact-checked it. I checked the game logs. Bryce Young, in his 12 career wins he has, 12 career wins in games that he started, do you want to guess how many of them were game-winning drives?
4?
10. 10 of his 12 wins in the NFL have come off of game-winning drives.
All right, well, let's compare that to against, what's his name from Mayfield.
Mayfield has good clutch, but I mean, it always seems like when the Panthers need Bryce Young.
Mayfield's history over his stats over his career.
Yeah.
Of how many games
this year's been clutch. This year's been clutch, but I'm just saying.
I'm not just saying this year. He's been clutch since he's been in Tampa.
Yeah, last year was pretty clutch. I'm saying, if a game is close in the fourth quarter, if the Panthers are out of it, I don't think they can mount comebacks. Not at all. Well, they did last week against the Falcons, but I think. Personally, just as a person, if I'm watching a game and the Panthers are in it in the fourth quarter and Bryce Young's on the field, some part of me just has faith in Bryce Young still because he's been clutch over his career.
Nobody can beat this guy.
Oh, Tom Brady. I mean, percentage-wise, if we're talking about percentage of game-winning drives compared to wins,
Michigan jersey, baby.
If we're talking about percentages, Bryce Young has a higher percentage of game-winning drives compared to wins he has. But that's just because it's a smaller sample size.
But I was saying his sample size is very small.
Yeah, I'm saying. All right, I think the Panthers are going to win the NFC South. I'll put that on record here. I'm going to be wrong, but I'm putting that on record in case I'm right.
Okay.
A broken clock is right twice a day. The West, in the AFC, the Broncos, I'm going to go yes. I don't think the Chargers catch up to them. I'm going to go yes with the Broncos.
Chargers? I don't even think the Chiefs catch up to them.
Well, the Chiefs are in third right now, and I am still a firm believer that I saw someone compare the Broncos to the Steelers that started 11-0 that one year, and it's night and day. It is night and day because the Broncos really don't match up well in a lot of categories. They don't have a good point differential really. They just keep winning games. They win the close ones.
Sean Payton has never been a stats coordinated guy for teams.
Yeah.
I mean, look what he did in New Orleans. He won, but did he have great stats with his offense and defense?
Not really. Yeah,
but he did win. So I mean, he's proven that he can win. He's got a good nucleus with coaches. He's got a good 100%. Nucleus with players that a lot of us haven't heard of.
Yeah.
That they're doing very well. And I hate to say this because I'm a Raiders guy, but you got to give Broncos some props. So
Raiders. We don't need to get onto them about last night's performance.
They're circling the toilet bowl, buddy. That's just
Fernando Mendoza,
you are a Raider. You couldn't put that dumpster fire out with a fire extinguisher. It just 100%. Keep on burning.
Oh, 100%. All right. In the East, Patriots, I also said yes. I just don't think – I think even if they lose to the Bills one more time, I don't see them losing any of their remaining games besides maybe the Bills.
Yeah, I don't see the Bills winning that division. And if that's the case, would they make a wild card?
Yeah, they would. They're in the they would be the 5 seed currently.
Yeah, okay. Well,
also just to let you know, the Patriots have the Bengals this week. The Bears have the Steelers. I don't know if you misread the schedule.
Oh, I must have wrote it down wrong.
Yeah, the Patriots have the Bengals. Just so we get that clear, guys. So. You're good. Yeah. But I'm just saying.
Patriots have the Bengals, and the Patriots got.
But I'm saying, I'm saying this is the path. The Patriots play the Bengals 10-2, they win that game. Then they go play the Giants 11-2. Even if let's say they drop the game to the Bills, if they drop the game to the Bills, they fall to.
Was that game at home or away?
I think they played them away last time, so I think they're at home. But I think they still split with the Bills. I think the Bills adjust. It's hard to beat a team twice in a season. I think the Bills adjust and play them better next time. But let's say that the Bills win that game. Okay, fine. They're 11-3. They're 11-3 after week 14. Then they play the Ravens. Maybe they lose that one too. But even then, I still think they end 13-4 because even if they lose to the Ravens and the Bills, I think they beat the Jets and I think they beat the Dolphins. I think they go 13-4. So unless the Bills can go 14-3, I see the Patriots winning their division.
I'll buy that one.
Yeah, we'll see. Steelers, I don't think so. I think the Ravens are 4-0 since Lamar has come back. They were started 1-4, but they're 4-0. Or they started 1-5, I think. They're 4-0 since Lamar came back. So, or no, Tyler Huntley won them a game, I think, against the Bears. They're 3-0 since Lamar came back, I believe. So, honestly, I still think they're going to win this division. I think the Steelers are going down. Rodgers is going to miss some time.
Yeah, because Rodgers is hurt. So
Rodgers is going to miss some time. I don't think the Bengals have any. Even if Joe Burrow comes back against the Ravens, I think that's just going to be a nice spectacle.
The Bengals and Browns are typical Ohio trash. So.
Okay, they're done for the year. But Colts, I think yes. I don't think the Jaguars can challenge them at all.
You talk about a team that came out of nowhere.
100%. And you benefit any team in the South. If a team in the South can win their first 8 out of 10 games, you're going to win them because everyone else is probably just in a bad position. It's any South team, any AFC or NFC South, that's always going to be the land of bad teams.
You can't totally count the Jags out.
I think
the Jags could make a wild card.
As of right now, they would be the 7 seed in the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's who we think. So that's where we're going. We're going our end of season right now. Predictions would be Rams, they stay in first. Eagles, yes. Bears, Lions. The Lions are going to replace the Bears. He thinks the Bucs stay in it. We'll give him the Bucs. I think the Broncos and the Pats and the Colts all stay, and I think the Ravens win the North. Are we good with those predictions right now? We'll come back. We'll come back next week and see. We can come back next week and see.
See how this week goes, but I'm with you on the Ravens.
Yeah,
so.
We'll come back next week and see. And now we're gonna move on to a little bit of injury news. Shedeur Sanders is gonna take over for Dillon Gabriel next week, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Shedeur Sanders didn't play well." We read the report today. The coach came out and said that Shedeur hadn't, up until that point, taken reps with the first team at all. So they just kind of threw him to the wolves there. So I fully believe that
that's the Cleveland way.
Yeah, I think we should put an asterisk on that game.
No longer in Cleveland.
Mayfield, Manziel, like all those guys, like I don't know, it is stupid. And then Michael Penix Jr. Probably out for the year, ACL. Yep. He had that happen to him twice in college, his ACL. So I don't know. Maybe this could be a lingering thing. But now Kirk Cousins is going to be the quarterback moving forward, and he just did not look good at all. And Drake London,
he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, Drake London has a PCL injury as well. He's week to week. I have him in fantasy, so I'm screwed. And even when he comes back, Kirk Cousins doesn't throw to Drake London. Drake London is only good when Michael Penix Jr. is throwing to him. So I'm a little salty about that, but it's okay. Yeah, those are the big injuries, I think, from this week, really, besides the Rodgers injury. But he's expected to miss a little bit of time. But I guess Tomlin's, I think what I read is that Tomlin is, like, not concerned. He's the opposite of concerned. He's hopeful. He doesn't think he'll be gone that long. But right now, our next segment is going to be the playoffs if they started today and who would win. So, as of right now, the Broncos and Eagles would have byes in their respective conferences. The 2 versus 7 game in the AFC would be Pats versus Jaguars. In the NFC would be Rams Niners. And then the 3 seed versus the 6 seed in the AFC would be the Colts versus the Chargers. Or Colts hosting the Chargers, I'll say that so you know who the home team is. And then the Bears hosting the Packers in the NFC. Then in the AFC, it would be Steelers hosting the Bills. And then in the NFC, it would be Bucks hosting the Seahawks. And I'm gonna make it plain and simple. The 2 versus 7 games. I think the Rams are over the Niners. I think the Pats are over the Jags. Do we have any disagreements on that? No disagreements on that. I think the Colts would beat the Chargers, and I think the Bears, as of right now, would beat the Packers.
Did you see what the Chargers did last week? They stunk up the bed.
Yeah.
I mean,
against
they got blown out by the Jags.
That's the worst ever. Herbert didn't even break 80 passing yards. I think he had 81 passing yards. And then this is maybe a boneheaded take, but going off a straight momentum, I think the Bears would beat the Packers if they played the wild card game today in Soldier Field. I think the Bears would beat the Packers. Right now, I think so. And then I'll take the Bills to upset the Steelers at home just because there would be no Rodgers if they played today. And then give me the Bucks over the Seahawks. Give me the Bucks over the Seahawks.
I disagree with that one.
Darnold, do we not remember what happened last wild card against a good defense? What Darnold happened?
Darnold stunk up the game last week, so I mean I get it. But if they're at home,
no, the Bucks are at home. The Bucks are at home.
Oh,
the Bucks are at home because the Bucks are the 4 seed.
Yeah, give me Mayfield.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what we think would happen, and then we're not going to get into like
even though Seahawks defense would keep them in it.
100% Seahawks defense would keep them in it, but I don't know. So just to make sure, we have Pats advancing, Rams advancing, Colts advancing, Bears advancing, Bills advancing, Bucks advancing. If the playoffs were like literally to start tomorrow, this isn't what we think is going to happen when the things happen. This is if the playoffs started tomorrow and all the playoff games are played on the same day. Some alternate universe. And now we're going to go our AFC and NFC players of the week. I'm going to do you want to handle AFC because I know who it is. I'll handle NFC. I know who your AFC player of the week is.
Come on, man. He was my quarterback in fantasy. Josh Allen put up the numbers, baby.
Yeah.
3 throwing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns.
357 yards of total offense, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So not a perfect game, but still got it done.
Hey. When you're scoring 6 touchdowns just by yourself,
you can have 2 you can have 2 interceptions.
You can have 2 interceptions.
One of the interceptions though was probably the worst interception I've watched in my life. I have no idea what that throw was, but We'll get over it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have no disagreements there. And to stay on the AFC side, or no, to stay on the NFC side, I have two, because I think both of them had great games. Dak Prescott against the Raiders was 25 of 33 for 268 yards. 25 of 33, 268 yards.
Against
4
the Raiders.
touchdowns, no interceptions. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Against the Raiders.
The Raiders are the number 12 defense in the league. Number 12 defense.
There's
in the league.
high school teams that are better than the Raiders.
In the league. So they are an above average defense. So doing that against an above average defense isn't bad. And I'm just saying. And since I knew you wouldn't like that answer, here we go again. Bryce Young, 31 of 45, 448 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. A Carolina Panthers franchise record. 448 yards. These Panthers are rolling. Don't be surprised.
Not bad for an undersized quarterback.
Don't be surprised, and don't be surprised if these Panthers stun the 49ers on Levi Stadium on Monday night. Don't be surprised. Don't say I didn't say it. And I don't know if you put one down, but my worst player of the week in the AFC is Justin Herbert, 10 of 18 for 81 yards and an interception. All right,
so I went with your quarterback in fantasy, Drake May, just for the fact that
they won the game.
Yeah, but he underperformed. He was predicted to do 21.03 points, and he only got 16.44.
Come on, let's not do that. We're talking worst player of the week, not most disappointing player of the week. Come on, all right.
Well,
Cade Cunningham's got a double-double, I think. Does he have a double-double? No, yeah, he just got a double-double, 16 and 10. Just already, it's the third quarter. And then in the NFC, my worst player of the week I put was Sam Darnold, 24 of 49. 29 to 44.
Did he throw a pick on his first series?
278 yards, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's the worst performance I've seen in a while. Absolutely just horrible. Despicable.
That's up there
they
with
pay you?
Jared Goff's five interceptions.
I mean, but Jared Goff throws 5 interceptions and they still win. So, I mean.
That's true. That's okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. My game of the week was Panthers-Falcons, an OT thriller, which saw the Panthers beating the Falcons on a last-second field goal in overtime, 30-27. The Falcons had 348 yards of total offense. The Panthers had 515. So if my math is correct, that is over 850 yards of total offense between both offenses. That's an offensive game. We love to see it. Rico Dowdle did great. Bijan did great. Drake London did great. Bryce Young obviously did amazing and had another game-winning drive because he's clutch. But that's my game of the week. What is your thoughts?
I went Rams Seahawks just because it was Battle of the West.
I like that.
It was going back and forth, even though Darnold, struggled for Seattle, but they stayed in it and it was close. So
yeah, no, I can agree with that. My worst game of the week was Texans-Titans. I forgot this game was even played. It was 16-13. It was 3-0 at the half. And this is just what I wrote down for my notes for why it was a horrible game. It was Davis Mills versus Cam Ward. That's a boring game. And both of these teams just have bleak futures for the rest of this year. Maybe they're better in the future, but not this year. Both these teams are done for.
I went the Jags Chargers just because the Jags blew out the Chargers.
Oh yeah, I can agree. I know maybe it's a little biased to say a close game, but close games are at least a little more fun than whatever we saw between the Texans and the Titans. Now I'm pulling up the schedule for the week. Thursday night football, Bills Texans. I think we can both agree the Bills.
Yep. Colts Chiefs. I'm gonna go Colts over Chiefs.
Okay, I like that. Is that the Monday night game? No, it's not. That's the
No, it's a Sunday game.
Yeah, it's a Sunday game. Colts Chiefs. All right. Yeah, I got
the Monday night game is Packers and
no, it's Panthers and Niners.
Oh, Panthers over. Yeah, I got Panthers over the Niners.
I got Panthers over the Niners.
Keep going. Seahawks. I put Seahawks over the Titans.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
And then I've got I went Vikings over the Packers.
I'm gonna go Packers over.
My note here is if JJ shows up.
Okay, if nine shows up.
Yeah.
I got Packers over Vikings.
Ravens over the Jets.
That's a good pick. I got Lions over Giants.
I got Lions over the Giants, but Giants is always for years because I'm older than you. The Giants are always a tough game for the Lions, no matter where they play.
Yeah, it's scary. So, it's scary. They're playing at Ford Field though. I have the Bears over the Steelers.
So I put Steelers over the Bears just to see how that. I'm just throwing it out there. So
all right. We'll see.
I don't know who the quarterback is for the Steelers.
Mason Rudolph. It's gonna be Mason Rudolph, I believe. Yeah. And if Mason Rudolph goes down, Will Howard, I believe, is their backup. Is he?
I got Patriots over Bengals.
Yeah, only reason I go is because Aaron Rodgers is questionable, but Jalen Warren, the running back, is also questionable.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know who their third stringer would be for quarterback because Skylar Thompson's out. I think it would be. I'm trying to find it. I think it would be. It'd be Will Howard would be their, I believe, their backup if Rudolph went down. Obviously, we said Patriots over Bengals earlier. Howard. We said Patriots over Bengals earlier. I got Jags over Cardinals. I got the
Browns over the Raiders.
That's I don't know.
To be honest, and I'm a Raiders fan. I'm that game is who cares.
I think the Browns because I think Myles Garrett is going to have 15 sacks on Geno Smith, and then another 15 on whoever they bring out after Geno Smith is benched. So I think the offensive line of the Raiders is going to get eaten alive by Myles Garrett. I think it's just going to be a feast. I think this is going to be his Defensive Player of the Year game. I think Crosby is going to sack Shadur a few times, but I think Garrett's going to get it done. Like literally, I think this game's going to be so bad that the defensive end is going to decide the game. And then I got Cowboys over Eagles, just gut feeling, because they were 2 CeeDee Lamb drops away.
Actually, no, I'm going to rechange
Week
that.
1, they almost beat
I originally wrote Eagles over Cowboys, but I just think the Eagles are at a prime spot for the Cowboys to be surprising and take that game over.
The Cowboys are just hungrier. The Cowboys are hungry. The Eagles know they're going to win the division.
And it's in Dallas. And plus, they're coming off a great showing against the Raiders.
Exactly.
So they've got confidence.
So. And then another kind of who cares game between the two teams that are the bottom of the NFC South. Falcons Saints.
Falcons Saints. Who cares?
Oh, we're losing you. You're freezing up a little bit. Are you good?
No, you froze up on me.
Well, on my screen, on my recording screen, it's gonna have you freeze up. So,
okay.
Falcons Saints, right? I'm going Saints. Actually, we're gonna go Saints. I'm picking the Saints.
I'm going Falcons.
Kirk Cousins not gonna get it done.
No, Bijan Robinson's gonna get it done.
Buccaneers Rams. I think the Rams keep rolling.
Oh, I don't see anybody stopping the Rams right now.
Not at all.
And the Rams will stop themselves.
Yeah, no, I think that also is very much a thing that could happen. I think the Rams could have some, if they have turnover issues. Stafford, in I think his last 6 games or something, has like 20 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's insane.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously we said Monday night, I'm going Panthers over Niners. Call me a hater, but call me a Bryce Young believer. I got faith in the kid. The Bama product. We're getting Bama Bryce Young back. And I think that is
I like the Panthers over the Niners.
Those are our predictions for the week. Obviously, follow Joe Sportsball on TikTok. I'm going to post a more in-depth video and all those. Now we're just going to talk about some NBA news just a little bit to wrap it off. It's a bit of a shorter show today. There's not a lot to talk about unless you have more. It's been a bit of a shorter show. The Pistons win 10 straight and, knock on wood, they're looking to win their 11th.
11 tonight, baby.
They're looking to win their 11th, knock on wood, though. But, yeah, one sec. We don't want that on there. Wait. No, it's fine. I think that's going to be 11. I'm checking the score right now, actually. But, honestly, they're just rolling. They're rolling. The East is wide open. And I think they're going to capitalize and take advantage of the fact that the East is wide open, 100%. Yep, they're up 92-78, almost to the end of the third. Well, 94-78. They just scored as I said that. Star Thompson just got a steal and got a 2-pointer as I said that. That is insane. That is insane. That we're 11 games straight we've won, and now we're going to be 13-2. It's a great start to the season. I just hope we don't lose it because the Tigers had a really good start to the season,
and they lost
it at the end with a young core like we have. Basketball and baseball, it's a long season. You can't just be good at the start. You have to be good throughout the whole thing.
Consistent.
Tonight at in about less than an hour, LeBron makes his return on the year for the Lakers after a leg injury kept him out the whole first month of the season. I think people are overestimating the impact he's going to have. I believe a popular pick was LeBron over 17.5 points. I like the under. I like hammering the under just because he's coming back from injury. He's 40 years old. What do you want him to do? He's not going to score 30 points the first night back from an injury. They're going to have him on a minutes restriction. They want to prolong him over the season rather than waste him against the Utah Jazz. So I'm just saying, right on the pod, don't get your hopes up for LeBron. If you have him in fantasy or anything like that, especially, don't get your hopes up for LeBron. I don't think he's going to have a very good game tonight.
Why are they going to break that magic up? They're winning without him.
Because he's coming back from injury, and he's a facilitator in his older years. You could say what you want about LeBron and all that. In his older years, he become a true facilitator, where Luka can play the point, honestly, where Luka can play more of a shooting guard role, Austin Reeves can play more of a shooting guard role, and LeBron can play a point guard role and just facilitate and get the ball to hit the stars of the show. And I really like the Lakers to win tonight. Obviously, the Jazz aren't very good. Lauri Markkanen really is the only bright spot, averaging 30 on the year right now. Keontae George averaging 22. But I think the Lakers are going to win tonight. But big story is LeBron's return. The Thunder just continue to look unstoppable. Their defense is great. The last night they won 126-109 against the Pelicans. Obviously the Pelicans. Shea only had 23 points and they still won. Shea didn't need to score 30 and they still won. Chet stepped up, had 26.
Well, yeah, but they've got a nucleus around him that can score points. 100%. They don't need his whole offensive every night, especially like you said, the NBA is such a long season. You know, he shouldn't be expected to put up those numbers every night they're out there.
And it's insane. It is insane that they're just that good and they're doing that good right now. Some scores from around the league it's somewhat on a live show, but
wait. So why do you think it's insane for the fact that they built their
rebuild?
Their rebuild's franchise.
Been insane. Their rebuild's been insane.
They've got the personnel on this team, and they're young.
Mm-hmm. Their rebuild's been insane because they have like 4 first picks over the next 2 years.
They're almost. I mean, 2 years ago they should have been in the championship, and just because of their inexperience is what got them beat.
Yeah, Mr. Luka stopped him that year, and then Dallas tried to trade him away. Still, I'm not even a Mavs fan. I'm still mad about that. But scores from around the league right now. End of the third quarter, 94-82. Pistons over Hawks. 115, 104, 342 left in that Warriors Magic game. The Magic are up. Celtics are up 6 on the Nets with 1:52 left. And then at the half, the Spurs are currently up 49-47 on the Grizzlies. Just so you know what time we record these. We record these while the games are going on. So there's some stuff that if we miss stuff, like if Devin Booker goes off for 40 tonight, we're not going to talk about it because it didn't happen yet. But last thing, Jokic is strengthening his MVP case. The night after, by the way, we were talking last time, he was averaging 25, like 14 and 12 or 25, something like that. He is now averaging 29 points. In a week, his average has gone up 4 points. And because the night after we recorded that video, and I said, Jokic is our MVP, Jokic is the MVP, against the Clippers, he had 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Do you know how many points he had?
30.
55. Are you with me?
Yeah, you're freezing up.
55 points. He had 55. 5-5. 55 points.
Who is he? Wilt Chamberlain?
He had 55 points. And you know what the best part is? Only 14 free throws, so 41 points without free throws. He shot 78.3% from the field. That's a good completion percentage. That's a good completion percentage in the NFL. That's above average. That's higher than any completion percentage in the NFL. Like a good shooting percentage.
Yeah, but can he do this the whole season?
He has been. He's shooting almost 70% on the season. Like, he's averaging almost 30 points on 70% shooting almost.
But we're only a fraction into this NBA season.
He's going to continue it. Right now, Jokic is the MVP.
Let's talk about this in 2 months.
We'll talk about 2 months when Jokic is averaging 40 on 80% shooting, because why not? Because why wouldn't he do that? I think that's it for what we have for the show today. Sorry for our technical difficulties.
No, I got one more thing.
You got one more thing. Sorry.
Yeah. So I just want to put it out there because, we're huge Michigan fans. This week, women's basketball was ranked 6th in the country. Men's basketball ranked 7th first time in Michigan history that both basketball programs ranked in the top 10. So just hail to the victors, baby.
Congratulations, Michigan. Great job. And then Michigan football
and Michigan hockey is ranked second in the country. So hey,
and Michigan football 8-2, moving up. I think we moved up in the polls. I haven't checked.
No, we stayed the same.
Did we?
No, we stayed the same.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't move.
Gosh
Still
dang
18th.
it. Hey, that's not bad.
Well, come on. We almost lost to Northwestern. I mean, come on.
Almost losing doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're not winning with style points, especially against the lower brackets of the Big Ten.
Who do we have this week?
Maryland.
We have Maryland, and then Maryland's always a scary game.
It's always a tough game. I mean, we played Maryland. If we don't focus on Maryland and look for the Buckeyes, we could lose this weekend.
We always play. It feels like we always play Maryland right before we play Ohio State, and then it's always a close game. It's always like
and we're playing in Maryland.
Okay, we're playing in Maryland. All right. Well,
no, we have not been a good road team this year. So
let's see if Underwood can continue and get it done.
Can't overlook this game to get to the Buckeyes.
Not at all. Not at all. All right. Well, let's hope Lions win this week. I hope the Raiders win this week. You probably hope the Raiders lose this week so I can get a good quarterback in the draft. I hope.
Let's plug all our social media. So
you go ahead.
If people want to follow us, please follow us at Joski and Goob on Instagram, Joski and Goob on YouTube, Joski and Goob on Facebook. Please follow it and subscribe to our YouTube page. We would really appreciate some feedback. Next week, we actually have a special guest coming on, so that's going to be fun. Our good friend Josh Howe, who is now a published author, he's going to come in and talk about his new book.
Yes.
So I'm just going to hold that right there to give you some suspense on what we're going to be talking about next week.
Our first guest.
So
our first guest next week. That's going to be fun. Yeah.
Which we plan on doing this more frequently.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Obviously, most people that follow us are friends and family, but reach out if you have something you want to talk about. If you have a sport you want to talk about, let us know. We'll get you on. We'll get you on the pod. If friends and family all are welcome. Anyone's welcome. Well, not anyone. If we don't know you, maybe not. I don't want to just put that invitation out there. Some feedback is I apologize for the internet difficulties. I don't know why he's been kind of pausing out today on his screen. I've been pausing for him, so the communication hasn't been there. We'll work to fix that next week. I'll make sure that everything is all good, and maybe just disconnect our phones from the internet or something to make it stronger. But that is it. That is all we have for today. It's a shorter pod. Last week we had a lot to talk about. We had a lot of more stuff because we had to recap a whole season of the MLB. But 40-something minutes isn't that bad. It'll be easier to upload. Probably easier to watch, too. Yeah, so we're on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube. So it's both videos. You have a video on Spotify and a video on YouTube, but you can listen on Spotify with your phone off if you would like to listen to our podcast on Spotify. Yeah, and make sure you follow all our socials. I'm going to get a TikTok up and running soon, and yeah, we'll see.
Hey, I didn't even mention this. We had a huge compliment about our show.
We had a huge compliment
this past week. Yeah. So a friend of ours said that's from Detroit said that we remind them of 97.1, which is the sports talk radio indie. So
hey, if that's the comparison we can get, I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna continue to do this. We're gonna continue to do this. Okay. Alrighty, well, we're still messing around internet-wise, but I will see you guys next time. This is Joski and Goob. We're signing off.
And I'm Goob.
Yep, we're signing off.
Hail to the victors.
Yes, of course. Signing off. See you guys next time. All right, bye. All right.